I believe we're at the beginning of a big bang of payments growth and penetration in India. And I think money on mobile is at the epicenter of that because we're attacking the biggest cohort of the population, the unbanked population, with a product that they clearly want and need and are adopting very, very quickly. So how do we grow from here? Well, we grow two ways. Actually, we grow three ways. The number of stores that we have in the system is expanding, and that brings more consumers. Each store brings 80 to 100 consumers fairly quickly into the system. In addition to that, we're proliferating, adding more product type. So a few years ago, you could only fill up your cell phone and prepay your satellite TV subscription with money on mobile. Now you can do those two things. You can do a utility bill, you can do a post-pay phone, you can shop online, you can send money to a friend. There are other uses that are coming down the pipe, so product expansion is important. And what that does is give that consumer that you've got coming into that store more opportunities to transact. So there's a density of transaction that is the third element of growth, right? You take a consumer from doing one transaction a month to doing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And importantly, the size of the transactions gets bigger. For example, a mobile top-up is $1. A TV prepayment is $2 to $4. A utility bill is $8, but a domestic remittance transaction is $56 on average. So what you're seeing is increasing usage in frequency, increasing dollar value of the transfers, as well as just a much bigger footprint. Now, where does all this go? It's a great question. I don't think anybody really knows, but it's a big, big opportunity. India's a big place, right? It's landmass 1/3 the size of the United States with 4 times the population. If you look at other mobile money implementations like Kiwi in Russia, QIWI, which you can find, by the way, it's a NASDAQ company, QIWI, they process about $1 billion a month. M-Pesa in Kenya, about $1 billion a month. Bcash in Bangladesh, about $1 billion a month. That's sort of when you've made it, you're at $1 billion a month, right? We're at about 60 million a month as of late 2015, going into 16, but we're growing at double-digit rates. So these markets I just mentioned, Bangladesh is about 12 to 15% the size of India. Kenya, about 1/30th the size of India. Russia, 10 to 15% the size of India by population. All these places are doing $1 billion a month. Well, imagine what could happen in India that's 30 times bigger than Kenya. There's a lot of transactions that are being conducted in cash that could be conducted digitally that we're ideally positioned to capture. So how much does it grow? I don't actually know, but I know that the audience and the market for it is gigantic, and we're committed to exploiting that market. What you also find in this business is that it tends to be one leader and many, many, many smaller followers. And if you think about PayPal in this country, PayPal emerged as the winner in the online personal payments game and has expanded outward ever since. That, I think, is the position you want to occupy. You want to be the market leader with the biggest distribution footprint and the biggest size, and it's an impenetrable barrier to entry. So we're fully committed to fully developing that market and taking money on mobile out to the farthest reaches of India.